Moving on now, there are calls for the Prime Minister to intervene and shut down the Dondale Detention Centre following new claims of abuse at the notorious facility. Live now to Matt Cunningham in Darwin. Matt, what do we actually know about these new claims?
Well, these relate to the visit by what's known as an official visitor, someone who is required under the Act here in the Northern Territory to visit the Dondale Detention Centre and the Alice Springs Detention Centre on a regular basis. Now, according to reports from the ABC today, documents they've obtained under Freedom of Information show that during one of those visits, an observer found that there was blood smeared across the walls in a cell, and that blood was left there for several hours before it could be cleaned up. That was due to security risks and a lack of staffing. That report has also found that those visits are not happening anywhere near as frequently as they are supposed to. The Act says that one of those official observers needs to visit the Dondale and Alice Springs detention centres every month. At the moment, there was just 2 visits that took place over a 14-month period between April last year and June this year. Now, this morning I spoke to John Lawrence. He's the former president of the NT Bar Association. He's also been representing an 11-year-old boy who's been held at the Dondale Detention Centre earlier this year. He's calling for the federal government to now step in and shut Dondale down.
And I honestly cannot see any good reason that the Prime Minister of this country, the Attorney General Mark Dreyfus, who's lived and worked up here, the Minister for Aboriginal Affairs, how can they not end this now? Don't let it be said by any and all of them that the situation's bad and we're looking into it and we're going to raise the age in the next century and all of those platitudes. This is requiring urgent action because it's child abuse.
Ash, I'm actually standing outside the old Dondale Detention Centre. This is a facility that was shut down in 2015 after a series of escapes. At the time, the government moved the children who were in this facility to the old adult prison that's about 400 metres up the road in this direction. Now, that old adult prison that's now referred to as the Dondale Detention Centre was actually shut down because the conditions there were considered inhumane for the adult prisoners who were being held there. It's been repurposed to hold these children. John Lawrence actually says they'd be better off back here at the old Dondale Detention Centre. He thinks that this facility could either be repurposed or rebuilt to house them. The NT government is building a new facility, but against the recommendations of that Royal Commission. It's being built next to the new adult prison, which is a long way out of town in Holt's, about 40 minutes drive from the centre of the CBD. We have put some questions to the federal government following John Lawrence's comments to see if they will intervene. We'll let you know, of course, when we get a response to those questions.
Absolutely. It sounds like there could be more developments to come on that one. Matt Cunningham, thank you.